Hello my dear students. So in the previous topic, previous means digestive system part 1, I have discussed few topics of this exercise, this chapter. Okay, so now few more topics left and that I am going to discuss now. So the next topic that I am going to discuss is the liver. You know that the liver is a reddish brown in color. Clear? The color of liver is what? Reddish brown. Okay, and it is the largest gland in the body. So if the question is which one is the largest gland in the body, your answer will be liver. Liver is situated on the right side of the body. Clear? Where? On the right side, below the chest region. And the liver produces a greenish yellow fluid. What is the name of that greenish yellow fluid? Bile, which is stored in one organ. What is the name of that organ? Gallbladder. Clear? And an organ found just below the liver. The bile juice means the function. What is the function of the bile juice? Then you will write the bile juice breaks down fats into tiny droplets, and this process is called as what? Emulsification. So two questions here you get. The first one, what is the function of bile juice? So your answer will be the function of bile juice is emulsification. Clear? Or you can write bile juice breaks down fats into tiny droplets. This till here only. Okay. But if the question is what is emulsification? This is another question can be found from this topic, or you can say from this line. So what is emulsification? Your answer will be the bile juice breaks down fats into tiny droplets, and this process is called emulsification. Okay, so few important things you got about the liver. The first is reddish brown in color. Second, it is the largest gland. Third, it is situated on the right side of the body below the chest region. It produces greenish yellow fluid called bile, and bile is stored in gallbladder. Clear? Then bile juice breaks down fats into tiny droplets, and this process is called as emulsification. This is the diagram of the bile juice, liver. So here you can see liver, and this is what? Gallbladder. So gallbladder, where it is situated? Gallbladder is an organ found just below the liver. Clear? Then this is the stomach. This one is pancreas. This is the small intestine, and this is what? Pancreatic duct. Clear? This one is pancreatic duct. This one is bile juice comes from where? Comes from the gallbladder. Through which duct? Bile duct. So this is bile duct. And this U-shaped structure. Clear? This is U-shaped structure is what? Duodenum. Okay. Now next, pancreas. The pancreas is a large whitish leaf-shaped gland situated below the stomach. Clear? So what are the characteristics of the pancreas? Large whitish leaf-shaped gland. So if the question is leaf-shaped gland, give one word. Your answer will be what? Pancreas. Okay. And pancreas secrete juice. What is the name of that juice? Pancreatic juice. Okay. Which is poured into the duodenum through what? Pancreatic duct. So I have discussed also where is pancreatic duct. Means the duct that bring juice from the what? Pancreas is called as pancreatic duct. The pancreatic duct opens where? Into the duodenum by an aperture common to that of the gallbladder. Okay. So here you can see gallbladder. There is a common opening. Here you can see it is a common opening of what? Gallbladder and pancreatic juice. Means we can say bile duct and pancreatic duct. Okay, this is the common one. Now next, pancreatic juice contains enzymes, namely amylase, trypsin and lipase, and which help in the digestion of what? Carbohydrates, protein and fats respectively. Respectively means amylase acts on proteins, amylase acts on carbohydrates, trypsin acts on proteins, and lipase acts on fats. Okay, so amylase acts on starch converting into maltose. Trypsin converts protein and peptones into what? Peptides. And lipase converts emulsified fats into fatty acid and glycerol. So fatty acid and glycerol, they are the simplest form of what? Fats. Clear? After digestion, fats transforms into fatty acids and glycerol. So here is the equation. This is very important. So starch, on starch what? Pancreatic amylase acts and convert it into maltose. Then trypsin acts on proteins and peptones and convert it into peptides. Clear? And then lipase acts on emulsified fat and convert it into fatty acids and glycerol. Now, okay, now this is the second part of the small intestine. Actually, liver, pancreas, they all come under the topic what? Small intestine. Okay, duodenum, liver and pancreas, this is the part of the small intestine. So the second part of the small intestine is called as what? Jejunum. Okay, this is called as a jejunum. So the second part of small intestine is called jejunum, and here no digestion takes place. So we study liver, pancreas under which topic? Small intestine. Okay, and what is the second part of the small intestine? Jejunum. And here what? No digestion takes place. The semi-digested food enters the last part of the small intestine. What is the last part of the small intestine? Ileum. Clear? So you know that small intestine, what? Three parts of the small intestine. What is that? The first one is, you can say, duodenum. Second part is what? Jejunum. And the third part is what? The third part is ileum. Clear? So in the jejunum no digestion takes place, and what? In ileum, it is the semi-digested food enters the last part of the small intestine, ileum. Ileum is what? Ileum is a long, narrow, coiled tube. The inner lining of ileum contains glands. What is the name of that gland? Intestinal glands. And which produce which type of juice? Intestinal juice. Clear? This contains enzymes like erepsin, maltase, sucrase, lactase and lipase. Okay. So here you can see how this acts. Like erepsin enzyme acts on what? Peptides and convert it into amino acids. Maltase acts on maltose and convert it into glucose. Sucrase acts on sucrose and convert it into glucose and fructose. Lactase acts on lactose and convert it into glucose and galactose. Lipase acts on emulsified fat and convert it into fatty acids and glycerol. Clear? So, as a result of the action of enzymes, food that is ingested through the mouth is completely digested in the ileum. Like carbohydrate digested in the form of what? Glucose. Protein means the simplified form of protein is what? Amino acids. And simplified form of fats is what? Fatty acids and glycerol. Okay. Now, next is the absorption of digested food in small intestine. The inner lining of the small intestine contains a large number of tiny finger-like projections called as what? Villi. And the similar form of villi is villus. The villi greatly increase the inner surface area for absorption of the digested food. And each villus has a network of thin and small blood vessels close to its surface. So why the absorption of food takes place in the small intestine? Because of presence of what? Villi. So why? Because this villi greatly increase the inner surface area for absorption of the digested food. Clear? So here you can see the diagram of villi. So villi in the wall of the small intestine, you can see a finger-like projections. Clear? Like this, it is what? Finger-like projection, and it helps in increasing the surface area of the small intestine. So the surface of villi absorbs the amino acids and glucose to pass them into the blood system, whereas the fatty acids pass into special tubes called as what? Lymph vessels. Okay, so amino acids and glucose pass where? To the blood system, and fatty acids pass where? To the lymph vessels. Vitamins and minerals, salts, are mostly soluble in water and are what? They are directly absorbed through the walls of intestine. The ileum of the small intestine serves function both for digestion and absorption of the digested food. So which part of the small intestine serves the function of both? Means serves function both for digestion and absorption. Then your answer will be what? Ileum. Clear? Now, next. Large intestine. The large intestine is about 1.5 meter long and consists of three regions. What are? Cecum, colon and rectum. The large intestine does not secrete any enzyme. It mainly absorbs water. So no enzyme, the secretion of enzyme takes place in the large intestine. It mainly absorbs water from the undigested food. After much water is absorbed, the undigested waste matter that reaches the rectum is semi-solid. The rectum is the last part. Clear? Last part about 15 centimeter long. So the rectum is the last part of what? Large intestine. And it stores the undigested waste matter called feces. The rectum opens to the outside at the anus. It has a circular muscle called sphincter to keep it closed. When this muscle relaxes, the anus opens to eliminate the feces. And the process of eliminating the undigested food through the anus is called as what? Egestion. Okay. So you can see here the diagram of the large intestine. Pancreas is here, duodenum is here, then the colon, cecum and rectum. So they are the three parts. These are the three parts of the large intestine: colon, cecum, colon and rectum. Okay. Now assimilation. What is assimilation? It is the utilization of the digested food or nutrients by the body cells. Clear? This is called the assimilation. So you can write assimilation is the utilization of the digested food or nutrients by the body cells. The nutrients absorbed into the blood are transported to the rest part of the body. Like glucose is required to release energy for cell activities. Amino acids and products of what? Protein digestion and used for the growth, repairing worn out and the tissues. And fatty acids and glycerol and product of what? Fat digestion and act as reserves of energy and are stored for further use. This much is only for this video. Thank you very much.